Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic. Gamers of Reddit, what are some good quotes from video games? No tricks. This potato only generates 1.1 volts of electricity. I literally do not have the energy to lie to you. Edit, game is Portal 2. Oh good, my slow clap processor made it into this thing. Both games are such a gold mines for witty dialogue that makes you chuckle. When the dialogue of a puzzle game is that memorable, the game itself is probably either very good or very bad, and I don't think any sane human has ever put Portal on a worst games list. Look at you, flying majestically through the air. Like an eagle piloting a blimp. Did you ever try to put a broken piece of glass back together? Even if the pieces fit, you can't make it whole again the way it was. But if you're clever, you can still use the pieces to make other useful things. Maybe even something wonderful, like a mosaic. Well, the world broke just like glass. And everyone's trying to put it back together like it was, but it'll never come together in the same way. Moira Brown. Fallout 3. Somehow, I don't remember this. It's beautiful. For how horribly annoying Moira was and the stupid, dangerous things she asked you to do, I did always feel like she was one of the few people left in the world whose heart was really in the right place. I'd get tempted to take a shortcut like lying to her about the task she'd given me, but if she was trying to make the world a better place, wouldn't tricking her make it worse? But if she was trying to make the world a better place, wouldn't tricking her make it worse? It literally does. For some of the choices the survival guide is worse and is reflected in the stats boost you get from the perk and unique dialogue from a random encounter with a wastelander who has the book. If I'm wearing a bikini, where do I put my pokeballs? Teehee, woman's secret. Thanks Pokemo. This one is especially concerning when you remember that the in-game character that she's addressing is a 10-year-old child. I'll beat you with the Magikarp my dad gave me. Youngster. Bad news kid, your dad doesn't love you. The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. So, wake up Dr. Freeman, wake up and smell the ashes. So, wake up Dr. Freeman, wake up, and smell the ashes. FTFY. Well done. Here are the test results. You are a horrible person. I'm serious, that's what it says, a horrible person. We weren't even testing for that. Don't let that horrible person thing discourage you. It's just a data point. If it makes you feel any better, science has now validated your birth mother's decision to abandon you on a doorstep. GLaDOS, Portal 2. GLaDOS. This statement is false. Don't think about it, don't think about it, don't think about it. Wheatley. True. I'm gonna go with true. You think you're doing some damage. 2 plus 2 is FFFFFF10. In Baaz Fuua, I'm fi. There was even going to be a party for you. A big party that all your friends were invited to. I invited your best friend the companion cube. Of course, he couldn't come because you murdered him. All your other friends couldn't come either because you don't have any other friends. Because of how unlikable you are. It says so right here in your personnel file, unlikable. Liked by no one. A bitter, unlikable loner whose passing shall not be mourned. Shall not be mourned. That's exactly what it says. Very formal. Very official. It also says you were adopted. So that's funny, too. Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. Darkest Dungeon has way too many memorable quotes, but this one is my favorite. Many fall in the face of chaos. But not this one. Not today. If you find yourself in a hole, the first thing to do is stop digging. John Marston. I was always partial to the late game RDR quote. We can't always change. But we have to try. Even if it means starting over 1,000 times. It's better than going back to the way things were. Unfortunately, killing is one of those things that gets easier the more you do it. Solid Snake. I remember playing MGS4 on PS3 and doing a combat run, and every time I killed a lot of soldiers Snake would just vomit. Yeah, Adrenaline Rush was awesome. Snake would shake more with an LMG but take reduced damage IRC. Maybe that was just my imagination though. Trevor, well hello there beautiful. Here, go buy yourself something nice. Girl, is this $7? Trevor, I said something nice, not something expensive. No thanks, I don't do weed. It interferes with the speed. Also Trevor. Fuck. Trevor Phillips. No, I didn't kill him. But I did kidnap his wife. Trevor. I love this line so much, the way he said no, I didn't kill him. Followed by the cheer in his voice when saying but I did kidnap his wife. If the laws of physics no longer apply in the future, God help you. Those of you who volunteered to be injected with praying mantis DNA, I've got some good news and some bad news. Bad news is we're postponing those tests indefinitely. Good news is we've got a much better test for you, fighting an army of mantis men. Pick up a rifle and follow the yellow line. You'll know when the test starts. Portal 2. Portal 2 has the best video game quotes by far. I've never laughed so hard from any other game. J.K. Simmons as Cave Johnson is just brilliant. Everyone thinks they're the hero of their own story. Handsome Jack from the Borderlands games. I'm so glad to see Jack here. My favorite quote is the paragraph about New Haven. See, this is what I don't get about you bad guys. You know the hero's gonna win, but you never just die quickly. Man, this one guy in New Haven, right? Cities burning, people dying, blah blah blah. This guy rushes me with a spoon. A freaking spoon, and I'm just dying laughing. So I scoop out his eyeballs with it, and his kids are all, wash. And, you had to be there. Anyway, the moral is, you're a total bitch. I'm racking my brain trying to think of a name for that diamond pony I bought. I was gonna call it Piss for Brains in honor of you, but that just feels immature. Maybe Butt Stallion. That's even worse. I'll give it some more thought. I should probably clarify the diamond horse I've been telling you about. It's not a sculpture, or anything. It's a living horse that actually happens to be made of actually, I'll just go get her. Butt Stallion. Say hello. Horse whinnies. Butt Stallion says hello. I did enjoy fighting a villain who genuinely saw themselves as a hero. Twisted and broken as he was, the constant return by him to I am the hero, not the player, was really enjoyable. Probably a better representation of how evil works than most po-faced games. Cartoonish as the whole thing was, the mentality of being the good guy while doing evil things is at least more honest representation. There are many games where you're the underdog hero and have to beat the odds to win, but none of them made me feel as small and insignificant to the story as Handsome Jack monologue and the general plot in BL2. You can feel his frustration slowly rising as you complete more and more mission. In the end, he's not just physically broken but mentally as well. He genuinely did not believe the players stood a chance against him. One of, if not the best written villain in gaming. You exist because we allow it, and you will end because we demand it. Yes, Reapers. We have dismissed that claim. Rex. Rudimentary creatures of blood and flesh. You touch my mind, fumbling in ignorance, incapable of understanding. There is a realm of existence so far beyond your own you cannot even imagine it. I am beyond your comprehension. I am sovereign. Sir, this is Chili's. Stand in the ashes of a trillion dead souls, and ask the ghosts if honor matters. Their silence is your answer. Had to be me. Someone else might have gotten it wrong. Maudie Solus. I consider this one of the best final lines of any character in fiction. It's true to character, poignant, witty, bittersweet, and badass all at once. He was the very model of a scientist salarier. This accompanied by Goliath's his prayer was for you. Fucking breaks my heart every damn time. Which is followed by Legion with, does this unit have a soul? In the game Bastion, during the tutorial phase you learn that a large part of your environment is destructible with your hammer. If you smash a bunch of things for a while, the narrator comes in and says the kid just rages for a while. I thought it was clever that they anticipated people to just destroy the environment when they learn they can. Falls off the edge. The kid fell to his death. Respawns. I'm just fooly. Ha. I was on the fence about playing this game but this has just tipped me over the edge. Next time it goes on sale I'ma buy it. Just like the simulations. Unknown 501st Clone Trooper. When the 501st was finally rotated out of Felucia, Arla Secura made a point of seeing us off personally, calling us the bravest soldiers she had ever seen. It's a good thing we were wearing helmets, because none of us could bear to look her in the eye. Same clone trooper more emotional quote. Where the men cried. What I remember most about the fall of the Republic was how quiet it was. In the closing days of the Clone War, the 501st was discreetly transferred back to Coruscant. We all knew what was about to happen, what we were about to do. Were there any doubts? Any private, traitorous thoughts? Maybe. But no one said a word. Not on the whole trip, not when Order 66 came down, and not when we marched on the Jedi Temple. Not a word.